Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as last week we probably seen one of the craziest and wildest storylines that we've seen in hip-hop for a while now, as it broke that Pooh Shiesty, his father, his homie and rapper Big 30, and 6 others was arrested by the federal government on kidnapping, robbery, and conspiracy to kidnapping charges involving Gucci Mane, his cameraman, and security at the time out in Dallas. Now, the rumors was already out there all over the internet a few months ago, and people didn't have it all the way direct, but it was something there. I felt that maybe they had probably got into an argument or some type of disagreement, but nah, full-fledged, they are alleged to have committed and carried out this act to get Pooh Shiesty out of his contract. And with all this happening, you know, the industry, they pretty much already knew about this, and didn't nobody really come out and say this happened, that happened. Trust me, a lot of the people in the industry behind the scenes, they knew something was there as well, but they kept quiet on it. Well, now with it breaking, we see the charges coming, the federal complaint being released, getting spread all over the internet, this touching mainstream news as well. Different people are sitting back. Well, yesterday, it started to hit the blogs that 21 Savage went live and was jamming First Day Out, which is Pooh Shiesty's one and only song that dropped since he got out back in October. Now he's rapping those lyrics right there into it, riding around to the music. Now with that being said, that sends a heavy message because of him being from Atlanta, him having songs with Gucci Mane, him in the past showing that he was a big fan of Gucci Mane. They actually from the same hood. And you just put this music up yesterday, so the blogs was picking it up, resharing it, reposting that, hey, 21 Savage is riding around to First Day Out. And he's rapping the song just in the car. And we can't play the song right here. Obviously, we own YouTube and things. It's going to be copywritten. But for him to jump out there and listen to this, it says something there. Now, like you say, you can look on the internet. He's talked about being a big fan of Gucci Mane, supporting Gucci Mane. He went on Shannon Sharp, talked about it with the verses. And I remember when the verses was going on, he was just as turned up for Gucci Mane just as much as Pooh Shiesty was at that time. I don't know what would make him jump out there and say, this is a good time to ride around the First Day Out after these allegations went on, unless he knows something I don't know. I know he's not oblivious to this news at all. Like I say, the industry, they just kept quiet on this, but they most definitely knew that something had happened there. Now I say this right here. When 21 Savage jumped out there earlier this year, or late last year, and said F the streets, Pooh Shiesty was one of the guys that went up and said F the streets as well. And that let me know that they had some type of connection there, just keeping it all the way 100. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty has been through a lot. He has said traumatized, so I get the sentiment that he was echoing when he said F the streets, as in, hey, I'm trying to do better. I strongly feel that Pooh Shiesty came home with that mentality like, hey, bro, I got to stay out. I got to stay free. I got a family. I got people depending on me. I want to do better for myself. I got potential. The people rocking with me. My career's still intact, and I'm going to go up with it. All I got to do is grind and keep putting out music. So I feel like at a point in time, that's what Pooh Shiesty was on. He's still innocent until proven guilty on these charges that he's allegedly done and things like that. But I don't know if they be talking behind the scenes, or do Pooh Shiesty, 21 Savage not rock with Gucci no more, even though they've done songs before. They was locked in. We know the representation that Gucci had for Atlanta and in the rap game and what he's done, them being from the same hood and stuff. Oh, well, I don't know. I just can't see why. If you locked in with somebody and it's all over the internet that somebody just robbed them and took them down and made them sign a contract, you go listen to the music right after that. But to each his own, it might be nothing, but the blogs that picked it up now, and obviously 21 Savage knew that they was going to screen record this and put it all over the internet, put it all over Twitter for millions of people to see. So you can't duck it and act like, okay, I ain't taking some type of stand till, unless the whole story is all wrong and the feds got it all wrong. So it's just creating more conversation around the conversation, around the topic, more conversation around the topic and the situation going on. So I just tell you like this, it's a lot of things on the table now that have came out. They say that Pooh Shiesty 30 and his father are not on camera committing that robbery, they have them at that location. Conspiracy charges in the feds are real. That's one thing that they do get people on, whereas it's statewide. You can beat certain charges with things like this. You can get them out of there easier. But in the feds, they have that conspiracy thing where it's other people tied in as well. You got 6 others. What are they going to say? The dudes that put up the watches, just keep it all the way 100. Y'all are deep fried. You told on yourselves with that situation. But Pooh Shiesty being at that location automatically ties into some type of conspiracy if they don't have physical evidence. But we just have to wait and see how it play out. It's going to get real in this next year or so with this case. Like I told people, and I got a Patreon video on this, is where I talk deeper into it, that where I'm not agreeing and saying that that's the way to go for Pooh Shiesty. I advise anybody who don't agree with a contract, who feel like they got jerked or messed over of that situation that allegedly happened and why he did it, which they saying that's the motive, that he wanted out of the contract. And we know, let's keep it 100, that first Pooh Shiesty contract back in 2020, bro, it was probably terrible. It was probably terrible. Pooh Shiesty was just coming into the game. It was probably a terrible contract, and his value has increased times 10 or 11. You start seeing them numbers. You start looking at the data, looking at the information. Then you see how much they making, and you like, well, hold on now. I feel like I got robbed. And somebody like a Pooh Shiesty, who lives what he raps, been through it on camera multiple times, we've seen. It's all he's told us he does. So it's like, hey, what is my next move to do what I do to get up out this situation? I feel like I got took down. I feel like I got robbed. I know to go get the pistol and get my lick back. I'm not saying I agree with that. I'm not saying that's the way to go, and it's not the way to go for the youth, for the younger generation, for the artists that's coming into the game. You're not going to get away with that in today's time. If that stuff happened back in the 90s, sometime a lot happened in the 90s that people took to their graves. But in today's time, cameras are everywhere. Somebody's always watching, and the surveillance and everything of the sort is just not going to work. But I feel like if this stuff happened, as they say it happened, it would be like, hey, bro, I got jerked in this deal. I feel like Gucci did me dirty. Feel like he played on me. Feel like he got iron on me and messed me over in this contract. So I'm finna get him back. I thought we was locked in. So you on the other side now. You say he's the slime, the biggest CEO. And unfortunately, he's the top shooter for the gang as well. These are lyrics that they will play in the courtroom if this goes to trial. So it's just several layers to it. And I would just tell the younger generation, man, because let's keep it 1,000. And I say this on part of that stream for that Patreon. Like, bro, we all know some Pooh Shiesties out here, bro. Let's just keep it 100. Like, we know Pooh Shiesties. We grew up with some Pooh Shiesties who, some of them are looking at this right now saying, hey, boy, I would have did it this way. This way they went wrong. This how I would have got down. And I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000, man. In reality, certain people like, oh, I don't like this take. This is that. And to be real with y'all, bro, the reason why, if Pooh Shiesty did that, allegedly, if he were to do it, it would be because he would think that Gucci would not go to the police, or he would not give a statement or testify, because he feels that Gucci is really that street dude like that. So he feel like, hey, bro, I'm going to take matter to my own hands, and he just going to have to take it and come and get it back in blood. But that ain't how it's going no more. Y'all tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos. Keep y'all updated on this. Some more information gonna come out today. They supposed to be recording things. This is a wild one right here. Stay on your pivot. 1,000 for shit show. Urban Politics TV Patreon got new exclusive stuff on there. 100.